Yes, people, hope you're all good. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. So this is a outlook for gold for the week. I'm going to very quickly just break down what happened last week following the previous weekly outlook, and then we'll look at some trade ideas for the week ahead. So very quickly, these were the daily levels from the other week. If we go into the 4 hour, we can basically see that the first area that we initially looked at last week did actually give a nice reaction of over 200 pips. And then the second area, which was up here, did actually initially it gave about 2,000 pips. Then obviously following that, there was a larger move, which obviously I wasn't a part of. On the way down as well, there was this little break retest on the 4 hour, which obviously nicely made its way back down to the other daily level. So just based off the previous, couple of weeks, it's 2 out of 2 in that sense. So I'm hopeful that, by watching this video, you can see that it does work. And obviously we can see what we're looking at for the week ahead. So gold itself, as it stands, it did come and retest this daily area, but now you can see prices started trading kind of away from it. So for that reason, it's not something that I am going to actively look to trade for the weeks ahead. Okay, so this level up here still stands. I would make it a little bit bigger just due to the fact that we have obviously had this larger reaction here. So as of right now, this is going to be a very strong resistance within the market. Now, what we did see towards the back end of last week is this level here. Price did open on the Sunday night and then push through, but obviously no one's trading Sunday night. And then what has price done? It's popped up and then back and retested that area. So now you can see that this is a valid support area within the market. So that's basically what we're looking at now. So if we basically look to combine a few little confluences, we can basically have a look at gold on the bigger picture like this. And then what we can do, we can put a few things together to see what we might expect for the week ahead. First step, I'm just going to draw a quick Fibonacci and see if there's anything, that may work. You can see perfectly that 50 fib still worked the previous week. So down here at the 2480 level is probably where I would say is going to be a really nice area, potentially for some strength. You can see we've already hit the 38, we've already hit the 50. So the next fib to look at is obviously going to be the 61. If I also have a Fibonacci from this level here, you can see exactly the same thing. The 61 worked here, and now the 78 is down here. So what do we do in this scenario? Now, we don't want a 200 pip zone. So what we can do is treat these two zones as separate ones. So, you've got a first zone here. You could either put half risk on it and then half risk on the zone below, or you could just pick one of them and maybe go full risk, maybe on the bottom one, just because it is a little bit safer. So that's what I would say in terms of some Fibonacci strength. If we have a look at a couple of trend lines, obviously historically we've seen that this third touch did play out. So as of right now, there is no third touches to look at from a support standpoint. However, if we do look into the resistance side of things, you can see that price has created, the high at the top. You've got this lower high here. So then now we are looking for a third point of contact on this area. Now, in terms of like a structure point, I would probably say the only place which looks like it would actually line up is something over here. So what we might see happen, whether it be at the start of the week, at the end of the week, whatever it is, we may see price push into this area up here before pushing further down. Now, is it going to be the strongest position to take? Well, not necessarily, because it is a weaker level. As you can see, price did kind of disregard it the past few times it's hit it. But if we do combine the trend line, the actual structure of the market, and then the Fibonacci, we could very easily see a move from this area potentially back down to that daily zone down at 2600. So that's basically what I would look to see for the week. If you really wanted to be, kind of picky with it, you could have a trend line from here and then say that. But overall, it just doesn't follow the market as well as I would like it to. So just from a generic gold perspective, using the structure on the daily time frame and a couple of other confluences, this is basically what I may look to see. If I add a few EMAs to the chart, you can see that there's not much too close. This EMA is pushing down towards this level as well, which adds a little bit of confluence for us. But overall, again, I'm not too picky on an EMA being part of it. So as it stands right now, guys, obviously I will post updates through the week in the free group. But as of right now, this is what the daily looks like for gold for the week ahead. So realistically, if we are looking at, you've got the 2685 area, probably selling down to the 2600. So you've got 850 pips to play with there. Whether you want to wait for a price action entry, whether you want to wait for a pending order, whatever you want to do, that is an area to look at for the week. And then you've also got the 2480 area, which obviously would probably need a fundamental driver to get down there. So that's basically what I'm looking at on gold for the week ahead, guys. I'm hopeful that you're enjoying them. The last gold video did get quite a good reception. So again, if a video gets a good reception, I will continue to do it because to me that must mean it's helpful. Okay, so I will end this now. Hopefully you can obviously learn from this. I'll put the chat in the free group, and we'll go